Bps Rips, we're live September 27th, 2021. This is your host, Bps Rips. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a slamming weekend. Hope your Monday went well. Today, we're going to celebrate. It's not just any celebration, it's a celebration of Mike Schmidt. Yes, Michael Jack Schmidt, my favorite baseball player of all time. Today, I'm going to do the honors of erecting Mike Schmidt because he's erect worthy. It's definitely. I forgot something. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I almost forgot. So before we get into there it is, number 500, the career home run 500, Michael Jack Schmidt. Von Hayes and Juan Samuel were on base. He hit it off Don Robinson, April 18th, 1987. I think that was the date. It was at River Stadium against Pittsburgh. April 18th, 1987. Actually, VCR, we used to have these things called VCRs, and you could record stuff. And it was taped like this, and you had to rewind it, you had to forward it, and actually taped the game. I don't know why. And then I just watched his home run over, and that was like the first time he ever showed emotion on the field. He clapped his hand, he did a little dance. Mike Schmidt, man, that guy came from Dayton, Ohio. He was drafted in 72, 71, a second round pick out of Ohio University. He always said he had bad knees. He made the most of his talents. He debuted September 12th, 72. Like a year and a half later, he batted like maybe about my weight. Not even. He batted like under 200. He sucked. But then he just worked at his craft. Before he met Pete Rose, he credited Pete Rose with becoming the ball player he did. Oh, I definitely love to see that. He was helping in spring training. Yeah. I always wanted to see him in spring training, like coaching the players. Man, he always was. Pete Rose said Mike Schmidt was the best player in baseball 4 or 5 days a week until he met him. And then once Pete Rose met him, he like lit something under his ass. Sorry for cursing. And Tommy Lasorda deserved that. He's our bully. He bullies mascots, so he's banned. He's not well liked in these parts. Tommy Lasorda. He beat up the Philly fanatic with a rubber doll. Sounds like the makings of something you would see on Cinemax or HBO After Dark. Beat somebody up with a rubber doll. And you like it. Bad Tommy Lasorda. But once he met Pete Rose, he became the best player in baseball every day. I met Mike Schmidt once. Here's his autograph. He signed a baseball for me. These are baseballs. And he signed it for me. He looked up and he smiled. I have a picture somewhere on my LCS. And Pete Rose once actually said about Mike Schmidt, to have his body, I trade him mine and my wife's, and I throw in some cash too. I don't know if you ever saw Pete Rose's body, but it was perfect. It was perfectly round, perfect shape, like a circle. His wife wasn't too bad either. Check her out, but don't tell her I told you. Mike Schmidt, 3-time MVP. He finished top 15 in the MVP voting 12 times. 12 times he was an all-star, 10-time gold glove. It wasn't just his bat or the way he wiggled his butt when he was up at the plate that turned him into the greatest third baseman ever. It was his glove, too. I don't know how he just got 6-time Silver Slugger. Like, who could beat him? Tim Wallach, maybe 1 year, 2 year. Who else? World Series MVP 1980. I know he batted .381 in that World Series. 548 home runs. He also stole 174 bases. Craig Nettles, Sal Bando, I don't know. They were Nettles maybe on the Padres. Sal Bando, was he on the Brewers? But they were in the American League at the time. Unless he was a Cleveland Guardian. I don't know who else. I really don't. I can't think. I found out about this thing called Google, which I want to check it out and later on to see who else. I want to type in Silver Slugger winners from 73 to 89. And I want to see who won it. Ron Say. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Ron Say, don't go anywhere. The rookie card of Mike Schmidt. This is obviously poor condition. It's off centered, see? But now it's not. Wait, now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. Ron Say is on the rookie card with Mike Schmidt and John Hilton. So one night I went to a church fundraiser and they had casino night. So I, I, I played blackjack and I won. I won $200. And as a 13-year-old kid, that's a lot of skill. So, mom and pop were like, don't waste the money, right? So I didn't. I spent that hard earned money on a piece of cardboard 3 inches by 2 inches. So, mom and dad, if you're out there watching tonight, you're going to have to settle for Michael Jack Schmidt. This is Bps graded, of course. This is a Bps graded 10 because awesome. Awesome. What else? Yeah, 174 steals. It's prized possession, the Schmidt rookie, right? It's never going to go unless someone breaks in and steals it. But other than that, I'm never going to let it go. It's probably worth about like $10 right now. So I lost about $190 on that investment. It's like a 30-year investment. But it's my favorite card. Slash line, 267 average, which in the 80s, it's not that great. Believe me, Tony Gwynn's batting 370, whatever. But his on base was 380, which is pretty damn impressive. 527 slugging. He was erected in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1995 with 96.5% of the vote. He was erected in the Bps Hall of Fame with 100% of the vote. He was the 14th member of the 500 home run club at the time. At the time, it counted for something, meant something. Now there's I think 7,000 or 8,000 people hit 500 home runs in their career, which kind of lessens the club. A couple quotes. Philadelphia is the only city where you can experience the thrill of victory and the agony of reading about it the next day. Guilty. I could ask the Phillies to keep me on to add to my statistics, but my love for the game won't let me do that. Sort of like the anti-Cal Ripken. And then it isn't that hard to get RBIs when you're hitting home runs. You generally get at least one. So he was ahead of his time. Trivia tonight. I didn't read his quotes and beads. I didn't read them. I heard he had a pretty cool Jimmy. I heard he had a pretty cool press conference. So the Bps Badass Hall of Fame binder. We have the previous winners, Ted Power, and that's autographed. Freddie Lynn, Dale Murphy, Pete Rose, Tony Gwynn, no relation, just the same first name. It's weird, but we're not related. Wade Boggs, Jose Canseco, Bon Hayes, and now that is for Mike Schmidt. Without further ado, there's Mike Schmidt's card. He's there, Mike Schmidt. This is a great team. I've seen King M Square's badass Mike Schmidt binder. I have one about this thick also, old Schmidt's. It's nothing compared to Mike's. Nothing. He shared it with me over shrimp. That's a sign of true friendship. Share Mike Schmidt cards over Red Lobster shrimp. How many people could say they do that? It shows how deep the roots are with Bps Rps. Trivia and I only have one Mike Schmidt. It's a mini card. It's a UK piece. This dynamite piece. Ken Oberfell, Brave and Cardinal. How many MVPs did Mike Schmidt win in his career? And we still have the Ichiro and a bunch of Griffies and some Topps Chromes and stuff. So our first pack tonight, we're going to go to 88. And the goal here, of course, is Mike Schmidt. Usually we goal it up for Bo Jackson or Jose Canseco. But tonight we're going to go for Schmidt to celebrate Michael Jack. 88, you like 88s? Just sharp set. My favorite's 87, but 88's top 10 for me. I mean, where else do you get an airbrush Rick Honeycutt hat? Jimmy watching on YouTube, Sid Fernandez. El Cid. Good match pitcher. George Frazier. I think he was a boxer. He was a jobber in baseball life. Mariners leaders, Bill Bradley and Harold Reynolds. Damn right they were. Junior Ortiz. Yeah, David Ortiz. Wasn't he on the Pirates before they cut him and then he went to the Red Sox under a different name? Jimmy met Harold Reynolds, kind of a jerk. Well, he did that bad thing that woman on ESPN when they fired him. We don't condone that, Harold Reynolds. So you get strike one for what you did at ESPN. Strike two, you talk smack on Oakland A's Moneyball. Strike three, you were kind of a jerk to Jimmy. So we're not going to hurt Phil Bradley here. We have nothing against Phil Bradley. We respect him as a player and a human being. But Harold Reynolds, you're banned. Got him back for you, Jim. So one day at work, some dude's not using his phone, making phone calls. This is many years ago. So I got his phone and I threw it in the trash. I think I told the story. And the boss, he cried to the boss. He threw my phone out. So I told the boss, he's like, you can't do that. We got human resources. They come down on us. I said, look, John was the boss's name. John, if you're watching, still respect you, but you were out of line. I said, look, John, it's all good. You know, HR, he's not using his phone. I can go write him up and say, make phone calls. But that he's not going to remember that. A week later, he's going to be back doing nothing. I could throw his phone out and break it in half, and he's going to remember. The harshest lessons are the ones most remembered. And sure as hell, after he cried to the boss the next day, he wanted to get off the phone. So now, Harold Reynolds, you remember that. And if you're watching, I defy you. Come challenge me to a game of chess. So Jimmy was trying to help his buddy on Twitter to make an entire 87, 88 Topps autograph set. Jimmy said, hey, I'll get Harold Reynolds. And as he was talking to Harold was giving him the side eye and said, better not end up on eBay. Like, is he that insecure that he has to harass women and talk to Jimmy like that? I like that guy. Phil Lombardi. Never heard of Phil Lombardi. I can't even say if he had to be a jobber. He's the best card in '88. Yeah, Harold Reynolds. Yeah, for going on eBay, you could put Phil Lombardi's autograph in eBay. Harold. Yo, we got a Philly, but we don't got Mike Schmidt. We got Jeff Stone, who's widely known to be one of the dumbest human beings ever. And I mean, look, I'm no Rocky Balboa. You know, I lost a lot of brain cells partaking in Jack Daniels and St. Ides over the years. But Jeff Stone, he flew over he flew over like a pool in an airplane. He pointed and he said, "Is that the Atlantic Ocean?" Look him up. Jack Clark. Jeff Parrott, he was a Philly. He was in the Dale Murphy trade. He's an Expo here. Calvin Schiraldi, former Met. They traded him to the Red Sox. Jim, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they light his ass up in the '86 World Series? Sorry for cursing. I know he was in the documentary. They talked a little bit about Schiraldi. Jose Lind. This is a nice card. That Future Star logo is so nice. I want to get a tattoo of that on my forehead. Scott mentioned Sal Bando. This isn't Sal. This is Chris Bando. Rich Gossage. Is it Ray Closer? I always forgot he was a Padre. Kevin Mitchell got Schiraldi. Was that it? Yeah. I knew. I thought I remember them lighting him up. Ah, yes, that's right. They were roommates earlier, and Schiraldi told Mitchell how he would pitch him, and then Mitchell remembered it, and then he buried him. That's right. I think I would remember. It was 2 weeks ago I watched the documentary. Mitchell was great. Kevin Mitchell. There was rumors that he had a bullet. Well, he had a bullet in him. He was like gangster mentality. He was tough. Speaking of gangsters, Frank Lucchese, the Lucchese crime family, the 5 boroughs of New York. MVP, Kevin Mitchell. I vaguely remember him winning it. Can anyone confirm that? John Cerruti, Casey Candell. Candell was a good glove, no bet. I don't want to say scrub. He was the MVP with the Giants, right? Wasn't it 89? Jimmy said he won the MVP. I think it was 89 when they went to the World Series, only to get swept by Oakland and Jose Canseco. He knew the inside fastball was coming. It was a slider. Once he saw the inside fastball pitch, Mitchell knew his slider was coming. And then I think he went the other way. Prism bonus pack. Should be 2 jobbers in here. Players probably never even heard of. I'm getting tired of Prism. I think I'm not going to get any more Prisms. I was wrong. Ronald Acuna Jr. Yo, somebody brought up a good point. He tore his ACL. He might not play till like next June. Mike, you traded Acuna this year. It paid off for you. Congratulations on your victory, brother. Mike won the league. They're deservedly. I'm glad you beat the Mets. Not the Mets, Jim, but the guy, his name's Mark. He calls himself the Mets. I was worried. It was like Wednesday night, I think it was off. I was like, damn, this is going to hurt. Got him. He's like the bully. He's not a bully. He's a nice guy, but he's the guy you always want to beat. And yep, Jimmy confirmed Kevin Mitchell MVP of the '89 Giants. Zach Gallen. This guy could stay healthy. It would be a beast. Josh Fleming, Tampa Bay pitcher, low strikeout rates, but I think he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. You know, whenever I get a Cleveland card, it's never like, oh, it could be, oh wow. It's always like it's a Cleveland player. In this case, Justin Bieber, Cy Young. All right, here's some like cosmic LSD shit on these cards. Sorry for cursing. Look at this stuff. I gotta look on the back to read the name. It's Tanner Houck. He's a good little pitcher, but look, you can't even like make it out. Why they do this to the cards? Like distorted. David Peterson. I think he's still going to be good. He struggled with the Mets this year, but I think he's still going to be good. Give him like a year or two. Reese Hoskins and Yadier Molina. We could sure use Hoskins against Atlanta this week, can't we? Gypsy Queen. I don't know what the goal is. Peterson, yeah, he's some pretty good stuff. I hope he works out too. I kind of like him. Have him in a couple of leagues. Jonathan Stever. For what? Brandon Lowe or Lau. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I didn't trade him. This is the guy who somebody bullied me for not trading him, and he didn't win the league. Nico Horney got horny tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Horner. Wonder if he's related to Bob. Muddy Lark loves Peterson also. Lowe's a Maryland guy. I didn't know that. We got some David Peterson fans in the house tonight. This is nice. Dave, if you're watching, we're all pulling for you. Don't let us down. If you ever want to throw a home run pitch before you throw it, Dave, think, wait, I'm not going to let them guys down. They believe in me. He'll strike the guy out. Lark is a Mets guy. That's right. Lark, Jim, we got two Mets fans here. Oh, shit. Hey, we're baseball. We love baseball. Mets, Phillies, Braves. We love every team. Some more than others. Speaking of Mets, Carrasco. I love burning ships. You know, 1 year it's all going to come together for the Mets. They're not going to deal with problems, injuries, embarrassment from the players. It's all going to come together for you guys. I can say the same thing for the Phillies and the Mariners, a bunch of other teams. But when that happens, 1 year, 2015, Lark mentioned, Jimmy's a Vikings fan too, so he's got thick skin. I think the Vikings are sort of cursed too, aren't they? If I remember. I don't know. Speaking of, the Eagles are playing the Cowboys tonight. Max Kepler, Green. It's green. But yeah, Carrasco's have been around a while. I don't know. I don't think you are, Jim. You're one of millions Mets and Vikings fans. It's not you, it's the teams. At least that's what I tell myself with the Phillies. Another Met and former Philly, Franklin Kilome and Yohan Moncada. I expect Moncada to bounce back good next year. Lark Bengals. I don't know anything about football, so I hope the Bengals and the Vikings and Eagles are all doing well for everybody. Barrios. He's on the Blue Jays now. He was traded away before this set came out. Jobbers. Leody Tavares. More than a woman. They made more than a woman. Icky Shuffle. Your brother told you to pick the team. That's good that it stuck. Shows you're loyal. I've been an Oakland fan since '86, even though I live in Philly. But I'm loyal to the Phillies in Oakland. Baez. The fuck? Can't even tell it's him. It's called Fired Up. Baez started doing well after the thumbs up, thumbs down scandal. This is the hype card, right? He started turning it on. Christian Yelich. What happened to him? Check out his mom. Don't tell her I told you. I'm trying to stop that. Yeah, Baez is a solid player. You think they're going to re-sign him? No, they got Lindor. Way to go, brother. Jimmy hit Baez home run challenge card. I never got one of them. Tell me how long it takes to get one of them in, because I hit one last week. I think it was Chris Bryant. Did you see what Stroman said? Stroman, Cut 4 tweeted out Cy Young pitchers who deserve it. Stroman wrote, do the same thing in like their stats. I forgot who it was. Stroman said, now do two-wheeler and put his war on it. Like he was like picking up for a Philly. That was really big of him. Really big. I guess because they were teammates. About 2 months. It was cool of you, Jim. Carson, I'm going to keep the Carlson. Kershaw and Aguilar. That wasn't a bad pack. Herschel, Aguilar, Carlson. Yeah, it was all right. So I got two more packs in me. Got Topps Chrome. I despise Topps Chrome. I really hate Bowman and Topps Chrome and Sapphire. Not only are they very expensive, but there's 4 cards in this pack. Fun's that. And they're always jobbers. I'll tell you who I'm going to get. I'm going to get Adam Wainwright, a catcher. I'm going to get a catcher. Salvador Perez, who's having a great year, of course, but I mean, you really want to catch her hard. Starling Marte, and Ramon Laureano. Nate Pearson, rookie card. You thought Brandon Crawford or JC or Carl? And Met. It's got to be a Met. It's my favorite Met. Michael Conforto. This guy killed me this year. If he would have just hit a home run 3 weeks ago and this week, I would have advanced to the playoffs in one league, and this week I would advance to the finals. But I can't hate him. He's not thinking about my fantasy team. He's thinking about himself. As Mets fans, Michael Conforto, Lee Mazzilli. Isn't Conforto from New York? Doesn't he? If he is, it's sort of like a Lee Mazzilli thing, because I always thought Conforto's from New York, but I'm not sure. Shin Soo Choo. That's like the veteran. Like, it's not even playing anymore. PNW, Pennsylvania Northwest. Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, he's a Seattle. Oh, Pacific Northwest. Oh, Conforto. I didn't know that. Perez, 46 home run is very odd. Souza, Jorge Polanco, 31, 32. Got to get some testing done. Not saying anything. Alan Ginter, my Super Bowl. The goal here is I still want to get a cactus. Or a golf club. Mark's looking for Sea Shiver, all right. Jimmy collects the sharks. Oh, wow. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. The GM of the Marlins, Kim NG. I don't know how to pronounce it. She did a good job remaking the team. Damn good job. Alex Kirilloff. Rookie card. This is a great pack already. Ing. Jimmy enlightened me. Kim Ing. Kirilloff. Strawberry. Darryl. Ed Hearn, I think, said in the book I'm reading now, when the Bad Boys won, he can't say a good thing about Darryl Strawberry. Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, light blue jersey. That powder blue. Awesome jersey. Awesome. Oh, we got a bird. Eclectus. What the hell's an eclectus? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that either. He embarrassed him. Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like the Billy Martin, Reggie Jackson thing. When you embarrass a player, when you take him out of the field mid-inning. Eclectus are among the easiest parrots to train for speech. Ray Knight was the leader of that team. Ray Knight, Keith Hernandez. It is. He reminds me of like Darren Dalton. They never had like really super duper numbers, but they were respected in the clubhouses. I got another bird, Colton Wong. So we got a parrot. Sorry for cursing. And when you got an RFID, I'm a pirate. See? Arg, matey. Remember, I get the parrot card. Jeff Parrott. Jeff Parrott Bps. This is in honor of Jeff Parrott. Jimmy brought up a good point. Carter was the face, Hernandez was the brains, Ray Knight was the heart. I like that. I'm going to be right back. I want to open one more pack. I'm going to open one more of these Topps Chrome piece of shits. Sorry for cursing. No, he was a Philly. Steve Lake. Who was the guy with the parrot on his shoulder, the Leaf Studio? It was Steve Lake. Should have been Jeff Parrott. See? Here we go. There we go. The parrot on the shoulder. Tim Anderson. Watch, Adam Wainwright's in here somewhere. Yo, I mean, you can't get too excited about a catcher, but it's Alejandro Kirk. Get him in your last round next year in your redrafts. He's going to bat 300 with 15 home runs. Tanner Houck again? This is the second Tanner Houck we're getting tonight. He's all blinged up tonight. We got the LSD, and we got this. Joe Adell. California Angel rookie. He started turning it up towards the end of the year. He's going to be good. He's going to be good. A lot of people are probably down on him. If they look at his final season numbers, they look like shit. Let's be honest. Sorry for cursing. But if you're in a dynasty league trade, try to buy low. Don't tell anybody I told you. You think that Houck could be a good starter, Scott, as our Boston correspondent? Because I have a couple of shares of him in fantasy. And I got a shiny LSD rookie of him. So I want to make sure if I should set that on fire or keep it. Maybe put it on eBay, get 1,000 for it. See? You can't even make it out, but it's him. It's not Eduardo Rodriguez. If Rodriguez got a win last night, I would have advanced in another league. Bad, Erod. Bad. Should have cut his sorry ass months ago. Sorry for cursing. So I'm just all fired up. It's Mike Schmidt night. So that's all I got tonight, fellas. I think we had a pretty good night. We're going to burn cards live. I think we're going to go out back one night when the weather gets a little cooler. We're going to get one of those burning card containers, and I'll get some gasoline. We'll set some cars on fire like a Tommy Lasorda, Randall Simon, anybody who disrespected the game of baseball. That's what we'll do. It'll be like a disco night, like at Comiskey Park when they almost burned down the stadium. They burned everything. The disco records will burn down the bullies. Anybody who disrespected the game of baseball that night that we pull out, we just torch them. We'll have to do it in the backyard because if the police see a fire, they might arrest me. We don't condone that. So that's all I got tonight, fellas. Thank you all for joining. Sharing in the Mike Schmidt Bps Hall of Fame erection tonight. Well deserved, Mike Schmidt. He really deserved to be erected. He put a lot of time in for that. So I think he was a great nominee. We'll get the October nominees out soon. We'll have a couple days till October hits us. Damn, this year's going by. So, guys, thank you all for joining. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a great night, everyone.